Jay Brown said, well, let's start the show.
All right.
What's up? What's up?
Let's get started.
Yeah.
You may learn something.
Like to welcome you all to the Lavish Life Magazine podcast, where we rep nothing but the hottest. Yeah, he's here in the building with us, man. We got Jay Brown. What up, Jay Brown? What's good, bro?
What up? What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. It's
Thanks
been a
for
long
having
time
me.
coming, man. It's definitely been a long time coming, man. We're going to jump right into this thing, man. What's going on, man? You've been quarantining. We know the epidemic is here. Talk to us about this. How you holding up? How the family holding up? Talk to us, bro.
Man, you know, as we all know, it's been tough times for all of us, man. Just getting through it the best way I possibly can. But from a health standpoint,
Right.
My immediate family, we're good in terms
That's
of
good.
being free and clear of any COVID-19 issues.
That's good.
How about
That's
yourself?
good.
How's your family?
Everybody's good, man. Everybody's good. Everybody's holding up. I'm going to be honest with you. My daughter's a big fan. So, you know.
Dope.
So,
thank you.
I won't be surprised if she's peeking in around the corner somewhere. You know what I mean?
Hey, come on, we're all family. Tell her to come on in. We're all family.
Yeah, we definitely all family, man. Talk to us. Listen, I just want to commend you for taking that time out to be one of our features on a Lavish Life magazine cover, digital cover. And
Right.
you graced the cover for us, man, and you shared it on your IG, and we just want to say thank you, bro. We really thank you for that, bro. You
Man,
know what I
thank
mean?
you, because you didn't have to do it, man. So
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate you guys.
That's
really
what's
do.
up. That's what's up. So talk to me, man. Tell me, for those that don't know, let's just jump into it. Where you from, man? Let everybody know where you from, man.
I'm from that 313, man, Detroit, Michigan, born.
Oh, Sookie. You know when old people say that, right? You know when an old person,
OG.
Sookie.
Yeah.
That's some old stuff right there. But okay, you from the 313.
313.
That's it, 313 Detroit.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't you from over there with Eminem and all the you know some dope rappers coming out of Detroit, man.
Proof,
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Gospel legend.
Yeah, it's a lot of people coming out of Atlanta. So talk to us about were you born in Detroit? No, I'm saying all that. Were you born in
like
Detroit?
another home too, so it's all good. It's my music, so that's playing me too. But,
You know why I'm thinking
so
about?
I was born.
Go ahead, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Oh no, let's say Atlanta's home too, man. They play my music, so I'm always there. So that's
Right. So were you born in Detroit?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised in Detroit. Look at that, people. Born and raised in Detroit. That's what's up. So talk to us about that Detroit sound. Did you develop any of that, or did you take any pointers from being born and raised in Detroit? Is there anything that you can?
Musically, nah. I mean, of course we got those roots there because my mom was actually almost signed. Well, she was signed to Motown, but she got pregnant.
Right.
So the deal kind of ended after that. But I would always listen to all the legends, all the Motown greats.
Okay.
But even from that, I didn't really take anything from their sound.
Mm-hmm.
Just more so about I took stuff from their writing abilities.
Okay.
So I think I have my own sound. I don't think I sound like anyone, and I want to keep it that way too. Because people compare you all the time. You sound like this person, you sound like that person.
Yeah.
Nah, bruh. I got my own sound.
You do. You most definitely do. I agree with you 100% when you say you got your own sound.
See, you know good. You know good. You got a good ear, man. You got a good ear.
I try, but the thing is, when I originally heard you, it wasn't. I don't know. It was. I'm gonna tell you how I first learned of Jay Brown. I was in a car with my wife. And they played Sunrise, Sunset so much on Sirius XM to the point where everybody got to know the song in the car. And I said, "Who is
playing it?"
Yeah. I said,
playing it, man.
Yeah. So I said, who is this young man?
Dope.
He got this sound. It's just different. It's You know,
You
I
know?
felt
It's
like
that
one.
old school.
Yeah. You got an old soul. You really do. Talk to us about that sound. How do you develop that? How did it all start? Talk to us. Let's go back.
Listening to all the greats, man. You know, like Gerald Levert, of course, Babyface, Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke. Like I listen to all these old school cats who I still admire to this day, man. And
Right.
I created my own style based on that.
Okay.
You know, not that I sound like them, but just more so. You know, wrote certain lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a combination of a lot of artists that I've listened to. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, we must say, man, when, like I said, I was driving in the car. I heard the swag. I heard the sound. And then I started to want to investigate. And I went and I said, you know what? Let me, because, you know, that's what we do. I don't know if I'm the only one. I don't think I'm the only one that hears a song on the radio and be like, yo, I'm going to go download that. Because it's hot.
You'd be surprised that some people won't do it. It's like they're living in that moment.
Yeah.
Unless they're like really feeling it. Or like you said, if they hear it enough and it's like, all right, hold up. They playing it this much. Let me go see who this dude is.
Right.
You know, so.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really do admire you because at the end of the day, it's like the sound is different. Matter of fact, let's talk about the sound. Let's talk more about the sound. Is this is this sound, you said you didn't want to base your sound on anyone else. You wanted to start off your career with your own sound, and which you do have your own sound. But let's go back to your childhood. Did it start from church? Because you know a lot of singers, they start off in church or they start off in the choir or they start off. So talk to us, take us back to when you were little. You know,
it's funny you mentioned it. It actually did start in church. My dad was a pastor, so I grew up in church. And like the very first time I sang a song was "His Eyes on the Sparrow." Right. So after my dad would always hear me playing the piano and singing to it at the house. Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, one day after was it before he preached? No, it was after he finished preaching. He delivered a powerful message that day. Wow. And he's like, I want to call my son up. You know, he's been singing this song around the house. I'm like, what? I was on my way to the bathroom, man. Right. I'm walking out, and and I'm like, did you just hear him say he about to call me up to sing? Yeah. Next thing you know, everybody looking for him, like, your dad just called you. I'm trying to like go to the bathroom. Right. Because I was afraid to sing. Right. And he came out the pulpit and came and got me. So that was embarrassing. But then, he was like, sing that song, do it now. When them old school preachers tell you to do it, you better do it. So I sang His Eyes on the Sparrow, and that was just like that defining moment. I was like, okay, I got something here. I could probably do this,
That's what's up. That sound like a typical journey for a Black person or anybody that's been raised and born and raised in church. I don't want to emphasize on just only Black people because we all, have our shapes and form of religion. But when I'm saying solely us, our people, church is where it all starts. It starts. Right. If you don't have a church background, then I don't know what to tell you. But most people don't have church background.
Exactly. Especially in today's time.
Yeah, in today's time, kids ain't trying to go to church. Nope. They trying to twerk. They trying to do all other things other than
they're trying to go viral.
Exactly. They trying to. Speaking of viral,
that's the primary focus, going viral.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of viral, your song, you had two songs that I'm gonna be honest with you: "Sunrise," "Sunset," and "Give It to You." Those two songs, constant flow on the radio. On Sirius XM, where it all counts.
Till this day.
Till this day. Yes.
They play it like crazy, man. So shout out to them because like Sirius XM Heart and Soul, they are like, they've grown to like really love me, man. Some radios, they'll play you, and it's like a business thing. I'm not gonna say it's business, but it's all business at the end of the day. It's kind of like, record labels, they have whatever business with radio stations, and that's why they're playing their music. But Sirius XM, like they really legitimately mess with me, man. They came out to see me on tour.
Wow.
They really like me, man. So
that's dope. That's dope. Definitely shout out to Sirius XM, man. They definitely. And talk to us about that process, because a lot of young I'm not rappers. You can say rappers too. Rappers, R&B singers, people that be trying to want to get on, that may not know the ins and outs and what it takes to get on something like Sirius XM. Talk to us about that process.
What like I would just say radio, not even Sirius XM in general, but radio in general. It personally, from a personal standpoint, it's a very, very complex kind of situation.
Right.
Especially as an independent artist.
Right.
A lot of people, when you get love from radio, the ones who commonly receive love from radio are the ones who are signed. Right. I'm not signed. I'm independent. Wow. So it's just, all I can say, I give all credit to God, because in my management, management is a phenomenal, he's a hard worker. When I tell you, I would say my manager, man. My manager is like a dad to me, and not only a dad, he from a structural standpoint, he knows how to, just get things done, and that's all I can get a credit to, man. Is my management and God, man. It's just timing, Right. I met my manager at the right time, and like I said, all the praises go to him. To be honest, I'm gonna be just straight up with you. But it's hard. It's hard. Just to answer your question, it's hard to even get on radio. I think personally, from the stories I've heard. Yeah, it is. So in my situation, I'm just thankful. That's all I can say.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's pretty much that good superior team that you have that is definitely going to push you and push whatever whatever the package is, because a lot of people don't know it's a package. It's not just Jay Brown. It's everything else that comes with Jay Brown. Man. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the music business. Am I right? That's definitely the music business.
You're right.
So talk to us being a part of this music business and also being a dad. How you juggle those two? Because I know you have a child, right?
Yeah, I have two.
You have two. See? I was on point.
Yep. Two. So it's tough, but you know what? It kind of helps me to make sure I'm putting out the right message.
Right.
Not to say if I didn't have kids I wouldn't.
Right.
But especially now that I have a daughter.
Yeah.
Like that's like the game changer. You have a daughter, so you know what time it is.
Yeah, man. I definitely do.
Some people, from a neurological standpoint, they don't. It just doesn't click. It's like, when I have a kid, I'm still living this life.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. When you have kids, it's time to slow down, put on that seatbelt, and really focus. It's almost imperative that you do it, because in my case, I knew at the end of the day, my kids can easily go to YouTube, pull something up and say, why my daddy got this girl shaking her butt in the video?
That's right.
Nah, you ain't going to see that. You're going to see your daddy respecting women, putting out a positive message so she can implement this in her relationship, so she can choose the right guys.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with my son. I want them to know this is the way you got to do things from a structural standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, my music is kid friendly, so that's all I'm proud of to say that.
I told you I was in the car with my daughter. My daughter is older now. She's not a kid. She's 21. She's going on 21.
Oh yeah, she's grown. Yeah.
So, but my 13-year-old,
but she's still your baby.
She's still my baby. She's still my baby. But she was in the car, and I'm telling you, these kids, when they hear good music, they vibe to it. They pick up on it. It's like they're like sponges. You understand what I'm saying? Like
they absorb it all.
Yeah, they do, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It's definitely a beautiful thing. So, I don't know. I think it's warranted, Jay. Let's get into one of these joints you got here, man. We got.
For sure, man.
Let's those that are not in tune, that don't know the Jay Brown, we're gonna give it to them. We're gonna give it to them. Just tuning in, you tuned in to the Lavish Life Magazine podcast, where we here with Jay Brown.
about the last time she was talking. Had the bedroom rocking like the ocean. Had your makeup dripping off your face with your lingerie. 40 minutes on the foreplay, rolling on the lay. And maybe that's why I just wanna give it to you. 'Cause you're the only thing I think about. I promise we can go a couple rounds. I just wanna give it to you. 'Cause you're the only thing I think about.
Man! Every time I hear that, you know, I'm going to be honest, when I first heard it, I said, what this man doing with the barge? You know, that's all the barge.
A lot of people didn't even peep that. A lot of people didn't peep that the barge sample. A lot of people didn't know that.
They don't know that?
Y'all sleep on that? Like,
wow, come on, man. You can't sleep on it. That's a classic. But you know, that's the youngins again. But shout out to the youngins. They probably don't know about the barge because the barges, you know, they classic.
Legend.
They type of how can I say, not throwing no shade at them, but when you go up there, they say when they put you on unsung, it's a unsung. I'm not throwing shade at people that have gone up there on unsung, but it's over. You feel me?
Over.
And you know, people like the barge and stuff like that, they're classics. They got classic hits. So talk to us about the concept and why you decided to use that sample and say, you know what, I'm going to take it and bring it into today's generation, because that's what you did.
You know why? Because, man, that song right there was a song that I grew up on, you know, and one of my mom's favorite artists, you know, so it was only right, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people misconstrue what I'm saying. So everything I sing about is love. Like, it's all about love.
Yes.
But with this particular song, I'm talking about giving it to one particular lady, which is my woman.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't catch that. It's not like I'm trying to mess with a whole bunch of women. I'm sorry. It's one woman that I'm in a committed relationship with. So you know, man, it's just a love song, man. You know, with an up-tempo beat.
And you picked the perfect beat. You definitely did. You picked the perfect beat. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I got a bad habit of this. I'm not gonna lie. I am a fan of good music. So when I hear good music, this is me. Dang, I wish I was the fly on the wall on that one. I can see how you was in the studio when you was laying this joint down. I just wanted to be there. Like, I know it was
5 o'clock in the morning, bro. I was almost asleep. I was literally in the booth like this.
Wow.
I just wanna get it to you. Oh, snap, man. It was like, wake up. I'm like, man, that's like the 100th take, man. It's time to go to sleep, and it was cold.
Now, talk to us about that experience. Talk to us about how it is when Jay Brown goes into the studio. Do you go in with a full set of people with you, or it's just you on a late night? You like to go in the studio on a late night? How do you do it?
Just me. So I'm all about energy, bro. So now I will have somebody other than like the engineer in there if it's like a manager or Ray, you know, my publicist, you know, somebody that I actually can accept feedback from and people who actually get it, you know.
Right.
Occasionally I have somebody else in there, but it's never like an excessive amount of people. It's like one person, including the engineer and myself. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
You got to be careful, man. That energy, man. You know, you may bring the wrong energy in the room. It'll screw everything up, man.
You know what's so crazy? That's how I know you spiritual. Because anybody that talks about energy, and you know, a lot of kids and a lot of people, don't get me wrong, they misinterpret this energy. But energy, you know, if you're a church person, and I don't want to go biblical, but when you're a church person, and you like, okay, that spirit, they say try the spirit by the spirit. So sometimes you will feel that spirit because
you know sit back, observe.
Yeah, isn't it something? Like I had times where it was just that negative vibe, and you get those hairs that stand on your head, and it's like the spirit is telling you better get on out of here, man. This ain't right. it ain't.
But sometimes we stay, bro.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes we stay, man, and then it's like that conscious way of thinking. It kicks in, which I think is God anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Telling you like, listen, I done showed you the signs.
That's right.
Now, how many more signs do you need before you exit, man? You got to completely ostracize yourself from negative energy, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I heard it. Like, for example, and not to interject, but for example, like right now, sometimes I suck at doing interviews. Not like in a bad way, but
right.
Energetically, if one person is like dead on the other end, it's kind of like, all right, man, I got to liven it up. But with you, it's like I've known you for years, bro.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed. So, we just two dudes that just kicking it. I feel like I know, man. I feel like I know you. You know why I feel like I know you?
We family.
We family. We definitely family. Because at the end of the day, you was on Lavish Life magazine. You rep for us. We rep for you. We family. We brought fan base. You brought fan base to us, and we connect. You know, that's good family. That's good spirit. That's good energy. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, when I came aboard and I said, oh man, I'm about to do Jay Brown. This is, you know what's so crazy? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you know, I used to always tell my wife, don't put the mouth on me. And old folks say the mouth. When they say the mouth, when someone's putting the mouth on you, they speaking things into existence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, sometimes my wife, we'll talk. She'd be like, all right, like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give you some personal stuff.
All right.
So,
we family, man.
Yeah, we family. We here. We talking. We family.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was a young man. I'm going to say a young man. And I got a court. My wife was telling me, don't you keep carrying that firearm across the bridge. Don't do that.
That burner.
Yeah, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Don't be carrying it. And you know what's so funny? Your helpmate is always the one that God uses.
Yep.
In many cases.
Yep, speaks through him.
You know? And I'm thinking, man, what are you talking about? I got a carrying permit. I can carry. This is what they gave me the carrying permit for.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's not.
As a black man.
It is. Exactly. That's not what it is. So when I got caught and I had to face my time, and meaning that I'm telling you this is because it's things in life that you do that comes with consequences. And that was one of my consequences I had to face. I had to take that charge, go upstate, do what I had to do. But when I came back home, I said I wanted to start a magazine business.
Wow.
I said that in the cell. And a lot of people don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people don't realize and they don't know that a lot of talent and a lot of thought process comes with when you're sitting down. When he has you sitting down and God punishes you,
yeah, man,
you start thinking about a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff in my head. And the first thing that I thought about was, when I come home, I want to start a magazine company.
Smart man.
You
listen.
Yeah.
You listen.
Yeah.
You listen, because some people, they ignore the signs, man. As I mentioned about 3 minutes ago, including myself.
Right.
Now, you said you had a permit, right?
Yeah, I did.
So I have a permit. I got a gun, concealed carry license.
Right.
And I got pulled over, man, by the cops. Quick story. And my mom was telling me, stop riding around with your gun. I don't care if you got a concealed weapon license or not. You get pulled over by the cops, chances are you have a problem just because you're black. And I said, I'm gonna be fine. I got a clean record. Man, I got pulled over, man, in the suburbs somewhere. It was almost 30 police cops, cars behind my car, man. Like, the most extensive, crazy process of them trying to figure out as to why I had a gun, which they already had my ID and they knew that I was licensed.
Yeah.
But I could have avoided all that. I just left it at home.
Yeah. Yeah. See? A lot of stuff you can avoid if you just leave it at home or listen to that person or listen to whoever's talking to you, because sometimes God sent angels. But then again, sometimes God send people where they really don't mean no well for you. Speaking of God sending people, let's talk more about the music. Now, are there any collabos that God sends you to collab with you, and you're like, oh man, that was a gift. Oh, I appreciate that. Like he took, like, you know, because sometimes you get those thoughts in your head, like, dang, I want to work with this person. I want to work with that person. Right. Was it like that with you?
It has been. Like, it's crazy. Like some people that, like my bro Raheem Devon, like I collab with him, and actually I've been talking to him about we talk to each other all the time, but I actually talked to him a few days ago.
Shout out to Raheem, man.
Shout out to Rod, man.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
To do a record together, you know, because he's been trying to get some records done on me. Yeah, and people don't know.
If y'all two do a record together.
Well, we already did. We did a remix to give it to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, Yep. We did a remix to give it to you. They actually played in Chicago.
Now you're gonna make me go dig and go get it, man, and put it in my playlist. Cause y'all two, man, you and that brother, y'all both, man.
That's my G, man. He's so dope, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out to him. But no,
yeah,
I mean,
definitely
like,
shout out to Ra.
For him, like, it was like a blessing to work with him because like in high school, I would always sing his songs to like chicks, you know, like if people would hire me. We would have this Valentine thing in school, and they would say, "Man, can you sing this song?" I said, "Well, as long as I can sing this Raheem Devon record, well, you know, I'll do it." And so, you know, to work with people like that who I actually look up to,
right?
Like that means a lot to me. Like some people, man, energetically, you don't even want to work with them, man. But you know,
Hollywood. Is it Hollywood stuff? It's a lot of Hollywood funny stuff going on, right?
I can't get with that, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather not work with you. I don't care what you got going on. Now, well, if you a big artist, there's an opportunity to work with you. I'll bite the bullet. But, you know, man. But for the most part, that like we mentioned earlier, the energy has to be right. You know.
Most
but
definitely.
Raheem, that brother pulled me in. It was just like we knew each other for years, man. Wow. It was crazy.
Raheem is a cool brother, man. We definitely respect him, man. He's been putting in that work in the industry. You know what I mean? Talk to us more about the new CD. What's the title again?
It's funny you mentioned that. I was about to bring that up. So my new EP, which is available on all platforms, you know, iTunes, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify, all the things that you can download music on. That's where my new EP, Forever Yours, is located. It's all about love. I got all my singles on there. Sunrise, Give It To You, and my current single, Moon, which is also on iTunes.
Yeah, we like that Moon. That definitely dope. I like that song. It's definitely fun.
That's my joint right there. But like you played I Found You. I Remember Younger Days. That record, that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
You know, so my new EP, Forever Yours, man, that's the newest movement right now, man. We just pushing that. Getting it out here to the masses and, you know, putting more people up on game as to who I am.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you feel that it's a little harder while we quarantining to put music out and really get familiar with a different process? Is that hard for you?
It's extremely hard, but giving credit again to my management.
Right.
My management is like a robot, you know. He working like overtime all the time. So I'm currently number 19 on the Billboard Charts.
Number 19 on the Billboard chart.
19.
You doing all right, young man.
The other day, man, the Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion, they were 2 spots down from me with that new remix.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, that's Beyonce. Of course, she's about to shoot the number 1 next week. But just to see them below me on those charts was like, wow.
That did something to your ego, didn't it? Did something to your ego.
Yeah, I mean, I know Meg really well. She cool people. I've done some shows with her.
What's up.
You know, it's just a blessing to see my name on the Billboard charts, including Give It To You made it to 12 on the R&B charts.
Look at that.
Sunrise made it to top 10.
Look at that.
Won't he do it? Man.
Won't he do it? Look, you heard me. Won't he do it?
Even with the global pandemic, he's still doing it.
He's still doing it. You see what I'm saying? Won't he do it?
If I make the number 1 through a global pandemic, man, I don't know what to say after that. You know, like You dropped the mic, man.
You got
Shouts out to my team.
That's what's up. Yeah, definitely shout out to the team, man. You got a dope team over, man. You know, Ray, they over there pushing it. They over there doing what they got to do to make sure you stay consistent, make sure you stay hot in this game. And you definitely hot, man. Let's get into some more music, Jay, man. I mean, because, you know, there's a song that says, see, I'm old school, so I might say this and people might be like, what is he talking about? But music people know what I'm talking about. So Teddy Pendergrass had a song called Music. Music is the answer. Yep. Some people can relate to music in every way. So we can relate to not some, but all of your music. But this one right here, I like this one. Let's get into this, and then we're going to talk more about it. This is Jay Brown, 50 on it.
I feel empty. These other girls trying to tempt me. Give me away, take me away, steer me away from loving you. But they ain't never gonna break us up, never even gonna shake us up. They're only gonna wake me up, make me realize what I need in my life. You're my soulmate, my checkmate. This game is a wrap. Wherever you are, it's where I wanna be at. Giving 50% of emotion spent, of love in me. Put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it. That's what you do, you meet me halfway. You're the only one to love, you're the only one I care about. I wanna know your whereabouts, and when you're not here, I'm losing my mind. My soul, hey, my check, hey, this game is a wrap. Wherever you go, I wanna be at. Giving 50% of emotion spent, you loving me. Baby, you are what I need. I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it, you put 50 on it, and meet me halfway. What you got on this love? I put 50 on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got a vibe to that, my brother. You definitely got a vibe to that. That right there, when I first heard that, I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at my wife. I said, I'm about to put 50 on it. You heard what Jay said.
Right.
You heard what Jay said, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm putting 50. I want 50. I've been with my wife 18 years, Jay. So.
Oh man, shouts out to y'all. And many more.
Oh man, I appreciate you. Let's talk more about relationship. Are you in a relationship? Because most women, they looking at this and they probably, oh, Jay Brown, oh my God.
Well, no. I was in one about 3 years ago.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you know, she cheated on me. So
she didn't put me on it.
Nah, man. Nah, it was just, you know. But that's how it goes, you know. That's how it goes.
But, you know, that's a part of life, right? Relationships.
Part of life. It's a learning process.
Yeah. So we got some 13-year-olds that might be want to listen to Jay Brown or want to listen to this interview. Or we got some young men that may experience in that stuff and just realize, like, you know, because some people experience breakup and they go through a depression. You feel me? And depression kills. So with you saying that, that's letting people know, okay, I'm human. I went through that. And I'm going to continue to move on because I'm not going to let that keep me in a rut. you're gonna go through things in life where you just have to keep going.
Pretty much.
I don't know how far. I don't know if you ever looked at. Everybody looked at this movie. Everybody have seen it. If you haven't seen it, then maybe you need to go see it because it delivers a message that if you really tune in, you can understand. You remember the Black Wiz?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember they say, "Ease on down the yellow."
Down the road. Yeah, ease on down the road.
Yes,
Yeah.
Don't carry nothing that might be a load, right?
Yeah, heavy load.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, a lot of people getting in relationships have breakups and they don't know how to deal with it. So they're carrying that heavy load. So what you said was some jewels. Like, yeah, I had this rough time. This is a time, and I understand it was a time in my life.
Right.
This journey's in my life that I'm going to go through. And if I'm not strong enough, how can I sustain? Now I got to keep pushing because what you do, you see your vision.
Exactly.
You see what's your purpose in life. And a lot of people, they get depressed on relationships. So talk to us about that. I mean, the people that are listening, the kids that are listening, talk to them. Talk to them more about depression and what to do and how to fix certain things that you may come across in life.
Without making it too elaborate, I think mostly when it comes to relationships, you got to ultimately do what's best for you. And you know, like we spoke on energy, you know if something isn't right. Sometimes our minds can play tricks on us, but at the end of the day, I base everything on patterns. So for the people who are listening, if you pay close attention to the signs, and if it happens more than once, chances are that's exactly who that person is, or that's probably exactly what they're doing.
Right.
So when you see that, you got to realize this is just a moment in time that I have to not only deal with it, but eventually things will change. Things will get better with the course of time.
Yes.
But don't allow that to kind of eat away at you and ruin potential relationships in the future, because at the end of the day, everything's a learning process.
That's right.
So if you go through something as such in terms of breakup, or you feel like depression is maybe affecting your life, first and foremost, pray. If you believe in God, pray.
That's right.
Secondly, do some reflective thinking, and thirdly, just make sure that you always remember that it'll eventually get better, no matter what is.
That's right.
Don't live in that moment, man. Just don't live in that moment. Stay active, stay busy, and focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, the person who did what they did, chances are they didn't need to be in your life in the first place. So
that's what's up.
Just keep it pushing, man. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, that's definitely that's a good message, because to be honest with you, the reason why I wanted to touch on that, because you do have the suicide rate is
skyrocketing, man.
With a lot of young individuals, a lot of bullying, a lot of things that are going on in school, and so I just really wanted to let those individuals know that there's hope for you, and there's people that you can reach out to talk if you're going through. So if you're listening and you need someone to talk, there's special numbers out there that you can call suicide hotline numbers that you can
24/7.
Yes, you definitely can. You definitely can. So we just wanted to send that message out there, because at the end of the day, it really something that was on my heart. Talk to us about this pen game, man. Like, what is it like, to sit and just, now, a lot of people say, I was talking to Vina, shout out to Vina, Kid Capri daughter. So I was talking to her, and she was like, she needs her music loud in her ears when she's writing or when she's in the studio. Are you the same way?
I mean, they don't necessarily have to be loud, but they definitely need to be in my ears,
Right.
Because but for her, I understand it, because sometimes you just really want to feel it,
Right.
You don't want the music all low. You want it loud enough so that you can really get into that moment and say, you know what? Okay, this is what I'm gonna write about. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm gonna write about that. Because that loud music can open up certain neurons that will obviously help, create better records. So, for me, I listen to the music, I listen to the track, and I take bits and pieces from either personal experiences or things that I've witnessed via other relationships. So, Yeah, it's just all about experiences, man. You know, things that are relatable. That's what I love to sing about and
Okay.
create.
All right. Talk to us about how you get the concept 5 on it. Like, where'd that come from? Like,
What happened?
where did the concept for 5 on it come in at?
Oh, for 50 on it?
50 on it. I'm sorry, 50 on it.
No, you good. No, you good. 50 on it. Going back to relationships, because nowadays a lot of people are getting caught up on this whole concept that this is just my personal opinion. You know,
Right.
a man should be a man. He should hold down his woman. He should hold down the home front.
That's right.
However, we live in trying times. So you got to come 50 on it. It ain't necessarily got to be 50 on it,
Yeah.
but it got to be something that makes sense. Because nowadays, people go with these preconceived notions that some men who weren't even taught how to be men. They didn't have fathers to show them the way, you know, so they're trying to figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
And the expectation that a lot of these women are putting out here is, this is my definition of a man. This is what women, this is based on experiences too.
Right.
If he isn't doing X, Y, and Z, he ain't a man.
Yeah.
But you can't go off of that.
Nah, you can't.
You can't go off of that. You know, it's just like, people have to realize that it's hard out here for everybody.
That's right.
And you can't try to suck all this stuff out of one person who doesn't even know how to do certain things.
That's true.
So your expectations have to be limited. They have to be limited until you two are at a comfortable place to say, you know what, well, you're financially able to take care of this. I can't, so I'll carry that load. But at the end of the day, don't expect your significant other to do this and that and all this, and you have all these demands, and you're not willing to do the same, you know? Yeah. So that's all it's about, man. Just meeting the person halfway. If not halfway, at least close enough, you know?
That's right. That's right. Because we do know a lot of relationships that you get into, you never see things 50-50.
No, of course not.
You gotta try though. Sometimes it's a give and take. That's what I learned being in a relationship, a long-term relationship. That it's a lot of give and take that you. Yep. So when you say 50-50, yeah, it is. It is a 50-50 because 50 here I'm giving here, 50 here you trying to give over here, and it's a give and take type of thing. And let's talk more about the concept of the video. I noticed that you have different leading ladies in different videos. Go out, let the people know how Jay Brown goes about it, picking out his leading ladies or people for his videos.
Well, first and foremost, they got to be short because I'm short. I'm just putting that out there. So for any women thinking I'm tall, the videos are misleading. Trust me.
Oh yeah. So how tall are you?
Well, we ain't gonna get into that. Not even
Jay, we'll have to run up on Jay somewhere to see how tall he is.
No, I'm 5'7" and 3/4. So I didn't quite make that 5'8" mark, but I'm close enough.
Okay.
So yeah. But no, how I go about deciding who I want as my leading lady, is based on energy first and foremost.
Yes. Back to that energy.
Has to be experienced. Not necessarily, with doing videos because you have to be comfortable, you know?
Yes, you do.
You have to be comfortable. Some women are just like, oh, I don't want to do, no. I always try to make sure that women are comfortable on set because at the end of the day, I have a daughter, I have sisters, so I would want them to be comfortable as well.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's all about them being likable. Some women just aren't approachable. They're there for a job and that's it.
Yeah.
And another, I mean, I love all shades of women, but my main thing, I love dark-skinned women. I love light-skinned women too.
It's a preference.
Darker complex. Yeah, it's my preference. Darker complex, they're like, they're all beautiful, but that's just my thing. So I don't think they get enough like light in videos, which I don't understand because they're incredibly beautiful, just like all women are.
That's true.
But my preference, I prefer like darker complected women.
Yeah, well,
so those are like my requirements.
Yeah, everybody has their preference. So talk to us. I heard you mention about the energy, the vibe. Have you ever had a bad experience when it came to like being on the set of a video with a female, or where you was like, I don't know about this one. This is not.
Well, yeah, a few years back. She was nice. I'm gonna tell you, she was really nice.
Right.
But she just had like a problem with her breath, So I don't know if it's like halitosis or something. Not to talk about her, but that was like the only issue. And I tried to. I tried to like swing it without
not the breath.
Yeah, I was trying to like swing without her feeling uncomfortable, because I don't want any woman to feel uncomfortable. So, I'm a nice guy, fairly nice guy. So I was trying to subliminally, like help her out by giving her like one of my mints. Like, anybody want mints in the room? But she still was like, nah, I don't need one. I was like, oh man.
I'm gonna give you a story though, Jay. I'm gonna give you a story. So we chopping up, we brothers, And if you just tuning in, I'm here with Jay Brown, man. This phenomenal R&B singer, man. He's in the building with us. This is Lavish Life Magazine podcast, and we chopping it up, man.
For sure.
But I'm gonna give you an example. When you say about giving a female some gum or something, see, the way you did it was different from the experience I did it. I'm talking with the female, and I reached in my pocket, and I say, and you know what she did?
You're straight up.
Yeah. You know what she did? She was like, so what you trying to
Yeah, man. That's why you gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, bro.
She came at me with the dragon of death.
Yeah, man.
Give me the third degree. It's crazy.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful. Let's, but let's talk more about this pandemic, man. Let's go back. Let's touch a little more about that. Writing now, is it a different style of writing now than it is before we had this pandemic? Because at the end of the day, you were staying constant busy on the road, touring, like you said. So now that you ain't touring, that's gotta play a part with the writing, or it makes you create more.
It makes me more creative. It doesn't. I would say the only thing that it really has affected is just like shows, Yeah. So now I really have to be creative, because like in terms of social media, I'm still trying to figure out how this social media thing works in terms of algorithms, and, when you should post, or, because the goal is you want as many people to see whatever you're putting out there as possible.
True.
So that's like the toughest thing for me right now. It's just like trying to be as creative on social media as possible, like writing and stuff like that. I don't like that gift. Like, it can never be turned off, no matter what's going on.
That's what's up. Because once God give it, let no man put it on.
No man take it away. Yeah, exactly, man.
Or take it away, like you said. That's right. Can't take that away from you. You are really a talented brother, and we really appreciate you, bro. Your music.
Thank you.
Man, we've been supporting since day one, and we're gonna continue.
And I appreciate y'all, man, for all the love.
Definitely. What you want to do? You want to get into some more music for them?
Yeah, man. You can play my new single, Moon. Gotta let people know about
play
it.
Moon.
Available on all platforms. Y'all support your boy.
Yeah. Go support Jay Brown. This is Moon, man. We're gonna jump right into it.
Yo.
If you just tuned in, this is the Lavish Life Magazine podcast. We rocking out with Jay Brown.
Do what you gotta do, ease your mind.
Running through some joints. This is called
I believe
Moon.
in me and you. I'd rather go blind than to see you walk away, then never kiss your lips again. I love you that much. Let me take you to the moon, babe, where it's quiet. Make love on the stars. Watch the sunrise on a planet. Yeah, we head down to Mars. Ain't hard to see. No, you're the one for me. Give the world to you. for you, not even time. Yeah, all the love I have inside will never die. If the world were to end today, I want you by my side. Oh, let me take you to the moment where it's quiet. Make love on the stars. Watch the sunrise on the planet. Lay your head down the mall. It ain't hard to see. No, you're the one for me. I give the world to you. Can't get enough of your love. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. No, can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. I can't get enough of your love. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Said I can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Said I can't get enough.
Yeah, that's my new single entitled Moon.
I
Y'all.
go and support. I don't play the non-support thing because our people
Yeah.
got a problem. It's the lack.
It's
of
like an infectious disease, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like once they realize that you got a little something going on, they don't want to support. They don't want to give that energy back to
But
the.
then when you blow, it's like, oh, hey, man, can you do this? Nah, brother.
It's like that, man. It's like that. It's been like that from the beginning of time, man. Talk to us about the touring, man. Before the pandemic, how was that? The tour life like for you?
Oh, the tour was dope. I went on tour with my homegirl Elle Varner. We did a month worth of touring. Started in Philly. We ended in San Francisco. So we went to like 17, 18 different cities. I think no, something like that. But it was fun, man. You know, it was dope. It was like my first tour as a solo artist.
Right.
So I mean, it was just dope, man. The crowd was receptive. I never really had a bad night. I think one show, the crowd wasn't that receptive, but it was late. You know, it was like 2 shows in one day. But they still bought a lot of merchandise after the show. So based on what I saw, I was like, oh, they ain't feeling me. But then after the show, they're like, oh, you did so good. So that one particular show was like, I was kind of questioning, but but the people let me know they really enjoyed it. But every show was pretty good, man. You know.
Oh, okay, okay.
With limited amount of practice, you know. Like I didn't really. It was like the tour happened, and it was just like I couldn't pass on it. It was just like, we going on tour.
Yeah.
So I had to just like freestyle everything. Every song I did every night was mostly just like me freestyling. I mean, besides like Moon and songs that I already put out.
Right.
But everything else was a freestyle, man.
Wow.
Everything.
Look at that. Let's do me a favor. Talk to the young folks, because you know I got an 18 to 26 crowd. Like, you know, they fuck with Lavish Life magazine. Those are my younger.
Dope.
So for those younger viewers who don't know what the concept of touring is for, why do singers, rap artists, why do they tour? Give the information out there for them.
Touring is important because, for one, you want to make some money, which money isn't the most important thing, but it's about that connectivity. You want to make sure they can put a face with the music.
Right.
And then on top of that, you want to make sure you're delivering a great performance or a good enough performance that they'll say, oh, man, dang, he out of whack, or no, I saw him in person, man. That brother dope. So it's all about you building fans in different cities and just building your brand, man, because at the end of the day, you can do it on the internet all day. You know, you can sit up there and sing, but when you're in front of people can actually shake your hand, when women can actually give you a hug, when you can sign something, it makes it 1,000 times better. So touring is imperative, but you got to build some sort of buzz before that happens.
That's right.
You know, or maybe you don't, you know, but it just, you know, it's imperative, man. You need it because at the end of the day, if you want to excel in the industry, you have to put yourself out here and not just focus on one city. You got to focus, a big world. You got to focus on this city, that city, because certain people in certain cities may say, I don't mess with him. But then you may have Atlanta or Augusta, Georgia. Like, oh, I love him. You know, so you got to spread it out to the masses, man. It's a big world we live in. So touring is imperative.
That's definitely true. I agree with you 100%. But You know, there's different types of touring. You got, you guys touring, and then you got. I don't mean to put you in a box, but you done rose to I feel a statue where you're in that box. You're on the billboards. You doing things that it counts now. Now the artist that is trying to get to where you at, those are the artists that I'm speaking about. Because sometimes when it comes to doing different showcases, tours, showcases is like touring. If you can go to a city and do a showcase here and then go to Atlanta and do a showcase, that's how you move around.
That's a form of touring.
It's a form of touring. So just like, I'm going to piggyback off the Five Heartbeats. When they first started, they toured. They got a bus. They went on tour. And like you said, it's a method to that. It's a reason why people do this, so people can see who is actually singing this song. Or if they don't know you, now they got to know you by putting a face to the music. So with that being said, you got a lot of artists that do showcases that, like I said, that may not be in a certain stature as a Jay Brown or, but they do showcases.
Yeah.
Where they fall victim sometime is they don't like to move around. You got certain individuals that, I feel I'm going to stay in my city. I'm going to do everything in my city and I'm going to blow. That's how I'm going to blow. I'm going to do everything here and I'm going to blow. Talk to us about that. I mean, you got any
just to piggyback off of that?
That's like that thinks like that.
Yeah, just to piggyback off that, like I stated a few minutes ago, like it's a big world out here. You can't focus on the same city or the city that you live in and expect to have some. I mean, you can have success, but that's a limited amount of success.
Right.
Why not go out here and pull in more fish if you possibly can? If your net's big enough, or if your line's long enough, you gotta stand in one city. Okay, I put it like this: if you want to excel in life, you got to do something different. If you focus on doing the same thing all the time, there's a limited amount of success that you could potentially receive from that one particular city.
That's right.
But the importance of touring, figuring out what works, figuring out what people like, figuring out how this city may be receptive or not, they may not be receptive. You got to do it. If you'll never know if you don't put yourself out there, because people are afraid to leave, man. Now, I lived in China, man. You understand what I'm saying? I toured in China.
Wow, that's big.
I never thought that would happen, but again, I have fans in China. I'm not saying people should go abroad, but you should go abroad if you can,
Right, yeah.
Because it's bigger than what you think, and I think it just takes the right people in your circle, man, because some people don't see it like that. They want to focus on one city, which is why a lot of these artists, man, they kind of fall short because everyone's doing that. You got like 1,000 or millions of artists in one particular city doing the same thing.
Yeah.
How many more artists can you hear? I mean, for myself, I'm from Detroit, but I hear a lot of these young rappers talking about the same repetitive stuff. Shake it this on the floor. I'm in the drug house. I'm in the trap. Like, man, I don't heard that before, man. Like, go put that overseas somewhere, man. Like, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, man. You got to do what's best for you.
You do. I mean, and it's no shade for those that put in the work, or they want to show money, or they want to floss, or they want to have the booty girl or whatever. It's no shade to that, but at the end,
no shade.
It does begin to weigh on a person that's seen that 1,000 times. Like, it's like, okay, what else can you do? What else can you do? Show me something else, because we done seen a lot of people do this. I need something different.
You need something different, man.
And that's what I like about you. You put out different sounds and different music. I came across a lot of other stuff that I wanted to play, but I said, some of this stuff, I was like, nah, this is too hot for TV.
Nah.
And I came across and I was like, nah, I can't. I'm not going to play this one. But end of the day, speaking of joints, you got a favorite joint that you just mentioned.
Moon?
No, you said Moon, but I think it was Found. I Found You.
Oh, I Found You. Yeah. Which is on my new EP, Forever Yours.
Oh,
it's for all it, man. That's man. Did you get the EP? Have you heard it?
I've heard a little bit of it. That's how I was able to find this. I Found You.
Oh man,
I
check
heard,
it out, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, I heard 4 joints, but I'm in the process of downloading the rest and tuning in. I just had to get ready for the show, so I kind of like, put all the pieces together, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back and listen to some of this stuff, because from what I've heard, that Found You.
Thanks, man. That's that real deal old school. That's like taking it back to the, man, the OJs, the Shylets, man. I'm taking it back, man.
That boy, you know how they say that boy was you sang in that one. Can we let's let the people hear what we talking about, because we talking.
Of course, man.
A lot of people may not be in tune, so if you're just tuning in, we rocking out with Jay Brown, man. This is Lavish Life Magazine podcast. We about to get into his song off his new CD
EP entitled Forever Yours. Yes. I Found You. Let's hit it.
I Found You. Let's get it. That's hot. That's fire.
Thanks, man. That's for all my relationship people out there.
Hey, talk about it now. Talk about it. When I was listening to this thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know you remember the part in when they was doing the Kings of Comedy, and Steve Harvey played the old joint, and then Lady threw
Lenny Williams
on the stage.
Yeah,
This is one of those songs I know. If you was to sing this, perform this live, I'm pretty sure you got a couple of women that's like, oh my God, this killing it right now. Talk to us about this concept, because this is like you said, it does give us that old school, like you hitting notes in this song that it's like, wait a minute, what this young boy
right. What do you know about this?
Yeah. So talk to us about the concept. Where did the concept come from for I Found You?
It's for the woman that I have yet to find. Mm-hmm. But this is what I'm looking for. This is how I will feel once I find it, or I found it rather, right. Or find it. It's just basically how I envision or am still envisioning my relationship, my future relationship. Right. So once I find her, I'm not letting her go, Like this song is like, it's just like that message that I'm sending out there to all the hopeless romantics, to all the people who still actually believe in love. Right. don't give up on it, man. Because once you find it, you got to keep it.
That's what's up.
You know, you got to make sure you are keeping that woman fulfilled. She has to keep you fulfilled.
That's right.
And that's basically where it came from, man. It's just that endless love, man. Like, yeah, that's like the whole concept.
That's what's up. That's what's up. A lot of your music, man. Are you channeling more to putting out slow music than you are to putting out fast upkeep music? What are you? Is that your niche? Like, do you feel you found your niche? Like, that's my niche. I'm not gonna go over there and start doing. No, this is what I like to do.
That's always been my thing. Like the ballads, I'll do mid tempos.
Right.
But like the slower music is more heartfelt. You know.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's just like going to like, all right, for church. I'm gonna use church as an example.
Right.
When you go to the altar for prayer,
mm-hmm.
you hear fast songs? No,
you don't.
You're trying to pull people in. People start dropping tears when they start hearing that, you know, whatever they're hearing. You know, it's that music that makes you think. You know,
mm-hmm.
I want people to actually think when they hear these songs. I don't want people to say, "Oh, well, it was a fast-paced song. It got me moving on the floor, but now I'm on to the next thing." I want something that will stick to people, man, and you know,
right. That's
the goal, you know. So
now talk to us about the new stuff you got now. Are you gonna piggyback off of I Want to Give It to You and have like a rebirth or something again, like how you did with DeBarge? Are you gonna do that again? Maybe down the time? Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would do that again. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely. Because there's a lot of great, you know, artists out here who I admire, and I not only them but their music. So I'm sure I'll tap into that. So.
Yeah, I think you will too. I think you will too, because you do a great job at it, man. I must say.
Thank you, brother.
You do a great job at it. Talk to us about Sunrise Sunset. That's off the EP too. We're gonna jump into that, but how do you came up with that concept? Tell the people about Sunrise Sunset. I mean, that's another banger that's playing off a series. Like I said, it's on Sirius XM. They play it every day. I'm driving, I hear it. So talk to us about Sunrise Sunset. I mean, I know that's off the EP. We're going to just jump right into it.
Yeah, that's off my EP again. Not to be redundant, everybody, but on my EP, Forever Yours, which is available on all platforms.
Yes, we got to. But we definitely got to plug it, man. Come on, man.
Yep.
This is promotion.
Yeah, no, Sunrise Sunset made it all the way to top 10 on the R&B Billboard Charts, which is a phenomenal blessing. But love. So, and again, this song, I'm gonna tell you, man. When I recorded this song, it was probably like. So I did this song and maybe 7 other songs in one night. And it was super cold in the studio, man. And when I got to Sunrise Sunset, I was like, oh, man, I ain't gonna say that shit, man. But I'm like, wait a minute, the message, though. The message I'm trying to put out, man. I'm talking about waking up in the morning, you know, seeing the sunshine on your face, you know, mean the world to me. Just can't be replaced. And I'm, you know, it's just like, these are words that people need to hear, man. I'm like, well, all right, let me stay up, man. I got to finish this song, man, because people aren't talking about this kind of stuff in terms of love anymore, man. And I think it just takes the right person, not to say I'm the only one who's doing it, but there's a limited amount of people who are putting out that kind of message, especially from a male perspective.
That is so.
So I think I was self-encouraged to continue recording that night because I knew there was a message in the song. And that's how I came up with the concept, man, just about, you know, how I envision my relationships, you know, or how people should, you know, implement certain things in their relationships.
Well, you definitely implemented that in that joint. Matter of fact, since we touched on it, we might as well let the people hear it. I mean, we might as well play a little bit of it, let them hear a little bit of it. To those that know about Jay Brown music, you're getting to know it tonight.
For sure.
If you just tuned in, we rocking out with Jay Brown, man. We just chopping it up as young men. You know what I mean? This is new joint. Not new, but, you know, you might as well say kind of new.
Yeah.
Sunrise Sunset.
It's so bright and dark, the darkest sky.
back. We got Jay Brown in the building. You just heard.
What up, though? What up, though?
Yeah, what's up? Hey, Jay. I mean, we getting close to the end of the show, right? So at the end of the show, we play something. How well do you know your music, right? I play something. You tell me what the song is. I think you familiar with a lot of joints, so I'm just gonna jump in. If you know this one, you tell me what it is.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Is it it feels good.
Yeah. You got it.
Is that that's Tony? Tony.
Tony. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, just having a little fun. I mean, I know you a music person. I knew you was gonna get that. If you don't know who,
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, that's my record.
I'm in the mint condition, man.
Oh man, pretty from nice. Yeah. Actually, I'm about to do a cover to that, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? On a more lighter note, I seen something where you were doing like a fundraiser, a type of like thing you had going. Talk to us about that. It was something on IG you had where you were. I don't know if it was a fundraiser or you was trying to.
Was it a recent post?
Yeah, it was a recent post.
What was it? Was it Global Citizens?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, talk to us more about Global Citizens. How did that work out for you?
Well, it was just basically bringing awareness as to what's going on in terms of the global pandemic and trying to raise funds,
right?
To find a cure. Right. So that's basically what it was all about, man. Just spreading the word out here, getting it out here to the masses, and making people aware as to what it would take to actually find a cure, which is money, essentially. So. Yeah, that's basically what it was about, man. That was huge, man, to do that. And in fact, they raised a lot of money. I don't know the exact amount, but that's what it was for. It was basically for just raising money for the pandemic.
Okay. See, look, it's not only an artist; he also want to get in tune and lend a helping hand. That's the reason why I wanted to bring that forth, because I did see it, and don't get me wrong, I do pay attention. I don't.
Oh yeah, when you'd be surprised. You think people ain't paying attention? They're paying attention.
I do pay attention, but we have come to the point of the show, man, and we just want to thank you for coming out, representing, and give everybody your, social media. Let everybody know where they can find you at. The yada yada, all the good stuff.
Oh, for sure. So it's funny you mentioned. I was about to get into that. So for all y'all who are curious as to who this little short guy is, you can find me on Instagram, which is J Brown Music Only. Both my Instagram and Twitter is the exact same spelling. It's just one J, one J Brown and Music Only. So all just J Brown Music Only, both my Instagram and Twitter. And for my YouTube, just type in Music by J Brown. And in terms of like iTunes and Google Play and Apple Music, just type in J. Brown, Forever Yours, which is my new EP, or type in J. Brown, Moon, etc. So that's basically it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Once again, we just want to thank you for stopping by, man, and we appreciate you, bro. We really do.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Really do. And for those that are watching and those that are listening, you know what this is. We done come to the end. So since we came to the end, it was a good show. Like to welcome you and like to say thank you for tuning in to the Lavish Life Magazine podcast. We had Jay Brown with us. Phenomenal dope R&B singer coming out of Detroit.
D-Town.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.